ceremony shortly. morning. Thank you for joining us on this Memorial Day weekend. At this time, please rise and join Choir Director Mr. Chris Ilg in singing the national anthem. That's you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, I'll switch you. Thank you.
Good morning to all family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Grant Bogdansky, and I'm the very proud class president of the class of 2025. We gather today not only to commemorate the end of our high school journeys, but to also celebrate the beginning of what lies ahead. To the class of 2025, congratulations. More than 12 years of hard work and dedication has led us to this point that marks the next chapter in our lives. As your class president, there's one thing I ask of you. It's that after throwing your caps in the air and taking the endless pictures in your gowns, that you stop and take the time to thank those that made this possible. Please, take a second, look your mom, dad, aunts, uncles, grandparents in the eyes and say thank you. Their sacrifice is one we'll only be able to understand when we have children of our own sitting in the very chairs that you sit in now. To those individuals, we're very fortunate to have you in our lives. On behalf of the senior class, I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to our class officers and faculty advisors, Mr. Murray and Ms. Koval, for their leadership and dedication. We're also very grateful to everyone who played a role in organizing today's events. This was truly a district-wide effort, and we want to acknowledge the many individuals, from maintenance and custodial staff to secretaries, teachers, and administrators, whose behind-the-scenes work made today possible. We are incredibly fortunate to be a part of the Highland Local Schools District. It is an amazing community that consistently provides the tools, opportunities, and support we need to succeed. Thank you to everyone who helps make that a reality. I am honored to introduce several members of our staff and leadership who have supported us throughout our time at Highland. While we are very fortunate to have many dedicated individuals in attendance today, I'd like to take a moment to recognize a few of them. To my right are several district and county administrators, including Mrs. Catherine Ackerman, Superintendent of Highland Local Schools, Mr. Christopher Walney, Board of Education President, Mr. Mike Huska, Board of Education Vice President, Mr. Todd Hill, board member. Mr. Bob Kelly, also board member. Board member Mrs. Missy Schreiner sends her congratulations to the senior class. Although she is unable to be with us today due to an out-of-town family commitment, she extends her best wishes and is celebrating this milestone with you in spirit. To my left, our high school and elementary building administrators and our school counselors. There are many members of the high school staff celebrating with us this morning. Staff, can you please stand and be recognized? At this time, I would like to introduce our Highland High School principal, Mrs. Carrie Knapp.
Thank you, Grant. Once again, welcome to the 2025 commencement ceremony of Highland High School. We are grateful to our community for the beautiful facilities we have and are proud to hold our biggest event of the year here at home, where we are surrounded by reminders of our achievements. There is so much pride here, and it starts with you, our students, our families, and our community. Parents, family, and friends in attendance today, if you were a graduate of the Highland Local Schools, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. We are a community of deep roots, and your experience with the Highland Schools brought you back to raise your family here. There is no greater gift than our children. Thank you for sharing them with us every day. Class of 2025. The other night, one of my daughters sent me a simple text. Leaving for home for my last dance class ever. 8 words, and they hit like a wave. Suddenly, I was flooded with memories of all the endings. The last time I buckled her into a car seat. The last elementary school field trip I got to chaperone. The last time I dropped her off at school and she turned back to wave. And now, her last dance class, something that had been part of her life for so long, was quietly and simply over. But once the sting of that ending settled in, I realized something else. Every one of those endings made space for something new. And like each of you, each last in your life quietly carried you closer to a first. Your first time driving alone. Your first job interview. Your first late night conversation about something that truly mattered. Your first understanding that you could do something hard, even something scary. And that's the thing about life, especially this part of life. It's full of endings that quietly make space for beginnings. Class of 2025, that's where you are this morning. You're standing at a new beginning, a commencement, though it may feel like an ending. This might be your last school performance, your last car ride home from a school event, your last shared experience as students of Highland High School. But beginnings don't always announce themselves with fanfare. They often arrive softly, like a seed planted below the surface, slowly growing into something strong and new. Like a selfie on the first day of your freshman year, a snapshot of who you were and how far you've come. Like a summer that suddenly feels differently, because something big, something yours, is just over the horizon. And the best part, you're not going alone. You carry with you a support system that does not end when when high school does. To your families, this moment brings so much joy, and yes, a little ache, because in their hearts, you're still the kid who needed help learning sight words, who sang off key in the back seat, and who searched for them in the crowd of every play and every game. They've been there through the early mornings and late night study sessions, through wins and setbacks, through doubts and breakthroughs. And now they stand with you in this moment, watching you take your next step, watching you walk across the stage into your new beginning. Families, you planned for this, you hoped for this, and still, it comes faster than you could have imagined. For the second year in a row, the weather has played a part in our commencement, the final chapter in the story of our graduates. In many cultures, rain is seen as a gift, a blessing, a symbol of luck, growth, and renewal, of new beginnings. How fitting that Mother Nature is adding her voice to your story with our delayed ceremony, reminding us that something beautiful is beginning right now. We just have to recognize it. To the class of 2025, we are so proud of you. Enjoy this new beginning. At this time, please welcome the Highland High School Chorale under the direction of Mr. Christopher Ilg.
Good morning, class of 2025. I am Allison Rico. Today seems like the end of a story, a conclusion in the book we've been writing for the past 12 years. One filled with hard work, laughter, and maybe a few tears. But someday, when we look back, we will see it as something much more. I see today as the end of a chapter. There are still so many pages left unwritten, ones that will be filled with new adventures to pursue, new characters to introduce, and new discoveries to encounter. But before we turn the page, let's reflect on the last 4 years of our lives. It all started with this, a lollipop. Here we learned about lollipop moments, a moment where someone said or did something that you feel fundamentally made your life better. At the time, we didn't know how meaningful those moments would be, but they stuck with us, just like the people who helped create them. From this came the traditions that brought us together. The joy of class color day, the excitement of homecoming, the energy of pep rallies, and the sparkle of prom. These seem to have only lasted moments, but they have given us memories to last a lifetime. They were times to laugh until we cried, cheer until we lost our voices, and dance like it's nobody's business. And through them, we built a community. We built friendships. We built memories. So as we stand on the edge of the page, whatever comes next, college, careers, the unknown, I hope that we carry with us the spirit of these last 4 years. The teachers who believed in us, the friends who stayed up with us the night before a test, the lollipop moments. I urge you to remember that happiness is a choice, and it's not about what happens in life. Rather, it's how you react to it that matters. Life is a book, and you are the author. So write a book worth reading. We are the legendary class of 2025, the generation of dreamers, doers, and difference makers. Thank you, and congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. I'm a student here at HHS. My name is Luke McCool, and let's thank Allison for that wonderful speech. I want to start off by saying thank you to the distinguished guests, faculty, proud families, and of course, my fellow classmates. I'd like to start by addressing the most important concern in the room. No, I will not be dancing to Umbrella today. I know, devastating, try to stay strong. But really, this is a day we've dreamed about, planned for, and maybe even doubted a little bit. But we're here. We made it. And before anything else, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the teachers who believed in us, even when we handed in essays that started with, "Sorry, I know this is late, but can I get full credit?" Thank you to the parents who supported us emotionally, financially, and let's be honest, as unpaid Instacart drivers when we needed a poster board at 10 at night. And thank you to every coach, counselor, and staff member who showed up for us, even when we didn't always show up for ourselves. And to the custodians and lunch ladies, thank you for taking care of us in the most important and overlooked ways. You kept our stomachs full, our hallways clean, and our schools running. You saw and smelled things that no one should have to. You're the real ones, and we see you. Most of all, I'm honored to stand here as a member of Highland High School's senior class of 2025. This moment didn't happen overnight. It was 13 years of hard work, late nights, last-minute studying, and memories we'll never forget. But in the middle of all that chaos, it's easy to forget how far we've come. So let's go back. On our very first day of school, we walked in with backpacks bigger than our little bodies, nerves we tried to hide. We wanted someone to talk to, someone to sit with. We didn't want to stand out. We just wanted to survive. Elementary school was pure magic. Recess was everything. The clip chart was terrifying. And let's be honest, if someone had Gushers in their lunchbox, they were basically a celebrity. We raced through cafeteria food just to get back outside like we were training for the Olympics. Joy came easy and life felt simple. Then came middle school, and let's be honest, it was awkward. Emotionally, physically, socially, just awkward. We all walked around with braces, bad haircuts, and way too much Axe body spray. Like so much you couldn't stand to have a 10-second conversation with some people. But somehow we made it through. Then high school hit. Freshman year, we were clueless. Sophomore year, overconfident. Junior year, humbled us. And senior year, well, who knows, because we blinked and it was over. We had our last football game, our last spirit week, our last time yelling in the student section until our voices were gone. And now we're here, wishing we could hit pause. Because finally, we understand those small moments we rush through were actually the big ones. And that's where things changed for me. 3 years ago, I met someone who showed me what it really means to live a meaningful life. His name was Bill. He wasn't a teacher or a coach or someone who stood on stage. He was my neighbor, older, quick-witted, thoughtful. He wasn't quiet, but when he spoke, you listened. Not because he demanded your attention, but because what he said stuck with you. It mattered. In the 2 years I knew Bill, he taught me more than any textbook ever has. He taught me that life is brutal sometimes, that it's not fair, that you can do everything right and still lose something or someone that matters. But he also taught me that there's still beauty in the middle of all that. That how you treat people, how you carry yourself, can change not just your life, but theirs. Then one day, just like that, he was gone. Bill passed away from a heart attack, no warning, no goodbye. He had plans that day, simple ones, ordinary ones. But life doesn't always wait. And that moment broke something open in me, because I realized we spend so much of our lives waiting for the right time, for the perfect moment, for things to feel easier, and sometimes we wait too long. So here's what Bill left me with, and what I want to leave you with all. Don't wait. Don't wait to be kind. Don't wait to take the risk. Don't wait to tell someone you love them. And don't wait to live. Because the truth is, we don't know how much time we get, but we do know we have this moment. So laugh hard, cry when you need to, hug your people, say what you mean, take the shot, and dance. Yes, even if it's painfully offbeat, maybe not in fishnet leggings, shout out Mr. Hornet, but whatever makes you feel fully alive, do that. Because life isn't about being perfect, it's about being present. So thank you for showing up today, for living that moment that not everyone else got to. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's go make the most of it. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to recognize the top scholars of the class of 2025. If you are graduating with cum laude honors, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. If you are graduating with magna cum laude honors, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. And graduates, if you are graduating with summa cum laude honors, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Finally, on this Memorial Day weekend, will all graduates entering the military or armed forces please rise and be recognized with a round of applause. And then please remain standing as I invite those active duty or veterans in the audience today to please also rise. Remain standing. Thank you for your service. It is with great pleasure that I introduce our superintendent, Mrs. Catherine Ackerman, and our school board president, Mr. Christopher Wolney.
Good morning. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and Board of Education members, let me extend our deepest congratulations to each of our graduates. We are proud of you, and we share in your happiness this morning. We wish each of you a bright and successful future. Good luck, congratulations again, and we wish you all the best. And now, Mr. Wolney and members of the Board of Education, under the authority vested in me as superintendent of the Highland Local Schools, I certify that the candidates before you have met all of the requirements as specified by the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce and are duly qualified to receive a diploma. So it is that I hereby recommend that as president of the Board of Education, you accept these candidates as presented.
Mrs. Ackerman, on behalf of the Board of Education, I hereby accept the recommendation to award onto these candidates a diploma of high school graduation. Congratulations to all the graduates. Nice job.
Mohammed Ashraf Abahamde. Christopher Joseph Aceto. Peyton Charles Akers. Avery Albright. Caitlin Grace Anello. Joshua Evangelo Arvanitas. Brooklyn Ryan Augustine. Hope Irene Austin. Clayton Daniel Allville. Lakin Daniel Byrus Bainline. Callie Rose Baker. Jaden Ryan Barr. Jordan Emma Bay. Ava Joy Bolesky. Molly Riley Bell. Brady Richard Bendow. Joshua Stephen Bennett. Luke Charles Birkmeyer. Ava Michelle Betley. Riley Gray Byer. Gabriel Jordan Blower. Nazari Bachkov. Grant John Bogdansky. Derek Matthew Boge. Dylan Robert Borla. Julia Brogan Bosworth. Gabriel William Boyce. Peyton Elizabeth Brainerd. Trent Stephen Brown. Andrew James Bryan. Dylan John Baran. Luke David Butcher. Zachary Wyatt Butcher. Cosima Andre Carey. Faith Elizabeth Kassenheiser. Dominic Victorio Castelli. Alyssa Marie Castillo. Lauren Bessie Chapman. Shirley May Chapman. Elizabeth Catherine Chester. Brianna Marie Cyphers. Jillian Elizabeth Clark. Evan Lawrence Kobler. Adelaide May Colbrun. Troy Richard Colbrun. Olivia Ann Cole. Braden Charles Collins. Cameron Joseph Cortell. Benjamin John Coyne. Tatum Lane D'Amico. Matthew Charles Dean. Annalise Marie Deserto. Evan Isaac DiMalanta. Nadezhda Jean Ditchy. Ryder Anthony Donaldson. Elia S. Carmel. Derek William Phelan. Logan Joseph Farr. Alyssa Joy Farrar. Anthony Michael Ferguson. Camden Russell Finding. Lauren Grace Finding. Brent Emil Flesh. Lila Mary Forgach. Colton Thomas Faust. Louisa May Fragnoli. Lucinda Quinn Freund. Jonathan Hoang Fury. Good. Marabella Marie Gale. Peyton Cole Ganda. Maxwell John Gargano. Joshua Nicholas Gatus. Savannah Ray Geffert. David Samuel George. Zizimos Petros Giadas. Holly Ann Glassberg. Toby Alexander Glassberg. Emily Lauren Gamitrick. Ethan Thomas Golly. Lillian Madison Gozzard. Caitlin Elizabeth Gray. Leah Evangeline Green. Trevor William Haste. Connor William Haney. Olivia Murin Haryu. Blake Hunter Harmon. Catherine Elizabeth Harder. Alexandra Michelle Haynes. Cadence Cheyenne Heaton. Alexander James Hedden. Clayton Davis Hill. Olivia Grace Hickson. L. Catherine Hollinsworth. Camille Anna Hostetler. Marissa Lorraine Howard. Hannah Rose Hoyt. Madeline Eleanor Hummel. Seth Miller Hummel. Gianna Marie Icona. Antonia Carmela Ianaji. Avery Nicole Jordan. Demyan Petro Kalavashko. Michael Thomas Kanya. Olivia Militza Katanik. Kyle Richard Keeling. Emma Grace Kimball. Amelia Mary Jane Knapp. Cameron Alexander Cook. Devin Alexander Kolda. Liam Elliott Kuntz. Aisha Becky Kuate. Jeffrey Albert Kauza. Sophia Kozel. Paige Allison Kramer. Walker James Kraus. Chloe Jane LaPinta. Joseph Ryan LeBlanc. Joseph Lawrence Lever. Spencer Anthony Lilly. Laura Ashley Linger. Emma Rose Lertz. Phoebe Lucille Let's Go. Reagan Lee McTavish. Grace May Madison. Luke Daniel Marinelli. Ren Gabriella Marquis. Chloe Ann May. Brianna Reese McCafferty. Tegan Grace McCafferty. Nora Catherine McCarthy. Luke David McCool. Caleb Jonas McKean. Sam Frederick McPherson. Sadie Ryan Mendenhall. Luke Robert Merhar. Benjamin Paul Miller. Delaney Michelle Miller. Eliza Marion Miller. Callista Soleil Mills. Megan Olivia Mino. Kennedy Marie Morgan. Ella Grace Moskal. James Dylan Merksich. Olesia Morochko. Christina Morochko. Isaac Yuri Masakia. Ryan Attila Nagy. Oliver Joseph Nemeni. Roman Anthony Nemeni. Vedant Natarajan. Lorenzo Matthew Nemec. Ratanak Thomas Nook. Carson Robert Noonan. Leah Grace Norman. Molly Ann Novak. Benjamin Gerald Nowak. Max Oleg Anopko. Chloe Elizabeth Oridi. Braden Leon Osborne. Bianca Rose Palante. Christopher Samuel Paul. John Martin Pavlak. Mackenzie Taylor Pollock. Alyssa Diane Pay. Haley Grace Pennington. Jack Tiberius Peterson. Garrett Lane Phillips. Haley Madison Phillips. Samantha Elizabeth Pyer. Ian Michael Pollock. Owen Russell Price. Reichel Dominic Price. Hannah Lynn Prothero. Alyssa Joe Pruchet. Colin Daniel Quinn. John Paul Quinn. Noah Joseph Radigan. Benjamin Frank Ragoni. Haley Nicole Regovich. Taylor Rose Reinholtz. Gabriella Rose Relgen. Allison Marie Rico. Matthew Abram Riney. Nathan Michael Rosa. Tyler Stewart Robertson. Mia Marie Lynn Rocco. Colton Daniel Rogers. Evan Anthony Rome. Tyler Lawrence Roth. Allison June Runyon. Melanie K. Sally. Harrison Robert Sanders. Orrin Richard Scranton. Madison Riley Sinico. Ty Anthony Scambatti. Owen Michael Shear. Ashley Joyce Shefferly. Mariana Simic. Logan Anthony Simon. Nikki Erica Sims. Jesse Singh. Robert George Skomsky. Emma Elizabeth Smickless. Aubrey Marissa Smith. Riley Olivia Smith. Landon Matthew Soy. Kendall Renee Sprudy. Emily Rose Stanek. Julia Marie Starkey. Madeline Ray Stein. Matthew William Steinmetz. Karsten Brandt Stiggins. Audrey Marie Sticka. Kendall Lynn Stiles. Andrew Martin Stocker. Jason Struck. Kylie Renee Studd. Stephen Thomas Stupecki. Brandon Xavier Swarm. Zishan Abbas Syed. Lissa May Tanner. Haley Manju Thacker. Elliot James Throckmorton. Ella Grace Topol. Haley Ann Tremonti. Sierra Marie Valentino. Alina Sophia Van Kirk. Tia Marie Villidum. Emma Lynn Walter. Christopher Jacob Walters. Brody Pavel Ward. Estelle Marie Watts. Grace Ann Weber. Samson Kenji Wernett. Megan Marie Wheaton. Jacqueline Marie Whitaker. Samantha Catherine Whitaker. Isaiah Daniel Wheata. Kyle Anthony Williams. Aiden Jack Wiseman. Alexander Patrick Wojtalak. Maggie Marin Wozniak. Harding Matthew Wright. Samuel Allen Urema. Dylan Marshall Zalesnak. John Harry Zilka. Jacob Zimmerman. Ryan Andrew Zywick. Please join me in a round of applause to congratulate our Highland High School class of 2025.
All right, we're on. You stay put.
Highland High School class of 2025, please rise. The turning of the tassel is the final act that we will perform as Highland High School students, as it signifies that we've officially moved on from students at Highland High School to alum of Highland High School. At this time, please turn your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. Please remain standing as the orchestra leads us in the alma mater.
At this time, we are going to have the students recess out. If we could all just pause, watch them walk away as a class this one last time.